Hi, my name is Paul and I like to go places. You may have noticed I haven't really uploaded a video off-roading in a while, and that's because in the winter I actually ended up being completely busy with some other projects. So yeah, this is pretty much my first road trip for 2025, and I was kind of hoping that the roads kind of in the mountains would be a little bit more clear than they are right now, so we may have some difficulty getting to some of the places I wanted to show you. In particular, the first stop today was going to be Pitton Lake up on the Okanagan Connector, and unfortunately the road that I'm on used to be an inactive logging road, but it's now active again. I had to dodge a couple logging trucks on my way up here, and because the road is so narrow, I kind of got stuck in some deep snow, and I had to finally pull out the traction boards to get myself out of that. So I don't really want to be on this road too much longer, and where I am right now is actually the turn which goes into the direction of Pitton Lake, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. They have a snow plow that I guess comes through this road now that it's an active logging road again, and it made a big snowbank right behind me there. So yep, this stop's a no-go. So I'm going to be heading back onto the highway, probably toward Merritt, and see what else I can find. But yeah, in the meantime, I think I'll just give you a brief update on the Jeep so far. So winter in Kelowna has pretty much ended, so I've put my all-terrain tires back on. In another video I talked about the winters that I use. It's the General Grabber Arctic LT studded tires, and those work pretty good on like the icy conditions in town. But for off-road purposes, I like running these all-terrain tires. I was kind of hoping to try my winter tires more on some deep snow, but yeah, unfortunately I never got around to that. I'm still trying to learn a bit more about how traction in winter works, and I think one of the reasons why my original tires actually worked pretty good in deep snow is because the tread was so low. They were like, you know, ballpark 25 to 30% tread when I first bought the Jeep, and these are brand new tires, and it seems like these kind of bog me down in deep snow a little bit more. I think mainly because you can't float over deep snow if you have good tread, I guess. So if I were to, I guess the solution for this would be to air these down really low, like maybe 10 psi or something like that, and then of course that would give me the surface area to kind of help float over the snow. I'm still trying to learn about you know, off-road driving techniques in snow and ice and stuff like that, but yeah, so I guess I'm running street pressure right now, and it's no problem on plowed roads, but yeah, if I was to hit deep snow with these, I think I'd really have to take down the pressure, because, you know, with good tread, they're trying to dig into the snow as opposed to float over it, and in, I guess, deep snow, that's not really what you want. So but yeah, the only other things that I've done recently, before the winter, I replaced the battery with like the cheapest one available from Princess Auto, and it was able to crank and start the Jeep in like minus 15 degrees Celsius temperatures. So yeah, that's good. The battery that was in there already, it was not going to last the winter. It was already having trouble cranking before it even got to freezing, so I knew I had to replace it. So, but yeah, Princess Auto battery, they work pretty good, I guess. And the only other thing I've done recently is I towed in the front tires a hair because it was still kind of wandering on the road. When I put these tires back on, you really notice it more than the winter tires that I have because they're a little bit smaller. So on the highway, it was kind of wandering around in the lane. So I gave it a little bit more tow in, and unfortunately, my tie bar is like seized up on one end, so I had to like knock out that side, and then I was able to undo that, give it one full rotation, and now my steering wheel isn't quite aligned, so I'm going to toy around with that one up there to try and get that steering wheel centered again. But yeah, I just wanted to give it a hair of toe in. When I originally did my alignment, I did it with a measuring tape because, I mean, whatever, it's probably good enough. And I think I gave it just a little bit of toe in, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch. So yeah, I guess I needed to give it a little bit more to make it a little bit more stable on the highway. So yeah. But yeah, today I think we're going to head back toward the Okanagan Connector Highway toward Merritt, and maybe make a few stops on the way, possibly at areas that aren't quite as high elevation as where I am right now, because yeah, if the snow hasn't been cleared, I don't think I'm going to make it through anywhere around here. So yeah, we'll see what else we can do today, I guess. Oh yeah, another spot I like coming to is the Elkhart gas station. The gas station itself, I believe the pumps are open 24 hours, and the convenience store, I think are open till like either 6 or 8 p.m. Depending on the season. So yeah, whenever I'm passing through the area, I'm always gassing up here, and usually stopping in for Red Bulls and stuff. So really recommend this place. I quite like the fact that it's here when there's really nothing else on this highway. So it's a convenient place to gas up for off-roaders. All right, so the spot that I'm going to try to reach now is, I think it's Hook Lake. It's been a while since I've been there, so I can't really remember. This is a old forestry road that's off of Highway 5A between Merritt and Princeton. And I'm going to see if I can remember how to get to this spot. I know I don't really enjoy driving on this road. For some reason, they constructed the road out of pain and suffering instead of, I don't know, dirt. And I think it's possible I actually just missed the turn while I was sitting here yapping away. I may have to check a map and see if I can remember where I'm going. So yeah. Okay, no, that was not the right turn. I gotta remember, you cross underneath these power lines first, and then I think it's the next turn, because it'll then kind of backtrack a little bit back toward where the power lines are. You can actually drive underneath the power lines and then reach Hook Lake. I did that once by accident because I didn't know how to get there properly. But yeah, the much easier route is, oh, I think we're automatically on it. The road just split in 2 directions, and I think this is automatically the way we go. Yeah, okay, so I think we just continue following this for a little while, and then there's another turn that we need to take. But yeah, lots of fun. All right, I managed to reach the turn from that road. The snow here is not really that deep at all, and there's obviously evidence of other people driving up on here, so it's a little bit compacted. I don't think I need to really do anything with my tires. I'm still, you know, going pretty good here, but if it gets any worse, I may have to air down, because we are sliding around a little bit, and obviously I am in 4-wheel drive at this point. But yeah, there's not that much further to go. And now that I look at the tracks that are in here, I think it looks like it was mostly snowmobiles, maybe. Not really sure. But yeah, the snow isn't that deep out here, and it is kind of warm out today as well, nice and sunny. So yeah, it's getting a bit difficult to control in here, but should be no problem. This is why like I always do these trips alone, so you definitely need to have your recovery gear with you, because nobody's gonna be able to come and save you if you screw up. And yeah, I'm starting to get a little bogged down here. Might have to change gears in a moment, so I'm gonna put this camera down. Okay, we're pretty close now. You can see we're at the power lines. This is basically right at the entrance to Hook Lake. Still going pretty good. The snow here is a little questionable, and I'm not sure if I accidentally just took the wrong road in this direction. I kind of forget how you're supposed to drive around in here. No, that looks correct, I think. And then I'm pretty sure we go in here. And come on, baby. I'm starting to get a little hung up in here, but yeah, here we are. We've made it to Hook Lake. Whew. Okay, so I don't know if people, well, I'm assuming people come out here for ice fishing purposes and stuff like that. I mean, when you look at these tracks in the snow, they go right out onto the lake. I'm not sure if it's still frozen at this point. I'm not going to obviously really walk out there, but yeah, I think it's, I guess, snowmobiles that were coming down here. Maybe not vehicles, but in a previous video or two, when I've come here, I've just parked over there and camped. So it's a nice quiet spot here. I don't think there's really a whole lot of other people who, well, not that I've ever seen, but that come out and camp here. Usually it's like people who are doing fishing and hunting is what I've seen myself in this area. And now that I think about it, this would actually be a decent spot to do like winter camping right now, which is something I was kind of hoping to do, but unfortunately I didn't get around to doing that. I really wanted to test out the tent and a diesel heater in real cold conditions, but yeah, unfortunately places like this, like in the middle of winter, it's difficult to get to in a vehicle. I guess unless you have all of the right equipment, like maybe chains, or if your rig is designed for snow wheeling, which mine is not. So yeah, I kind of have to wait until the snow starts melting before I can come out places like this. But now that I know I've made it out here, I don't know, I might think about trying a camping trip out in this direction at some point. I really don't know if I'm going to keep the tent on there permanently. To be honest, I don't think I actually use it as often as I should be in order to keep the thing like aired out all the time, because I did have that mold issue last year. But yeah, I'll try to get some more camping done this year. I did have one insane idea, which was like, maybe if I took the tent off the roof and then put storage bins up there, I could relocate everything that's in storage inside here, like all my spare parts and all that stuff, if I put it on the roof. And then if I were to like remove the passenger seat and then somehow put some sort of like small bed across the entire thing in here, you know, would I be able to realistically sleep inside the Jeep? And I mean, like, it's a completely stupid idea, because you don't really know how small these things are until you're actually inside and you look around and you're like, oh yeah, you literally cannot fit a human being lying down across this thing. But I don't know. I was tempted to try it, but I don't know. If I remove the passenger seat, then it's like, oh, okay, where's my girlfriend gonna sit? Oh, well, she can just stay at home instead. I don't know if that would really go over that well, though. So yeah, I'll probably have to keep the seat installed. But yeah, I don't think personally the rooftop tent was the greatest choice for me. I thought it would be, but then I ended up getting busy with other projects, so I didn't end up using it as much as I thought I would. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what I do in the future. I don't have any immediate plans to replace it with anything else. There was another YouTuber that I've seen videos of. She's got like a bigger SUV, but she's got a rooftop tent that isn't a tent. It's got like actual walls that fold out and everything. which means it is super heavy, a lot heavier than a tent. But then you don't have to worry about, like, if you're not using it for long periods of time, it's not going to, like, you know, get moisture, mold on there, because there's no fabric. It's just walls that fold out. And I thought that was pretty cool looking, but obviously it's way more expensive, way heavier. I don't think this is the right vehicle for a setup like that, unfortunately. So I'm either going to keep the rooftop tent, or perhaps just convert that to storage and then maybe just carry my hiking tent. Although the point of this build was to just be able to off-road anywhere and then just park and then pop the tent and sleep. So if I then have to worry about, like, finding perfectly flat ground for a hiking tent and then, you know, looking forward to an uncomfortable sleep, you know, that's not really what I wanted to do. So, but yeah, I'm probably just going to chill here briefly while I check the map and see what other places I might be able to show you in this video today. So yeah. So the next stop we're going to attempt is Gwen Lake. To get here, basically, you pass through Merritt, and then you take the Coquihalla Highway, and you take the Comstock Road exit, and basically just follow this, I forget the name of this road, but yeah, you follow it up, and then there's going to eventually be the turn to Gwen Lake. The snow up here isn't too bad. It's been compacted by traffic from, I guess, probably people doing hunting or something like that. I don't think there's any active logging that happens up here. Otherwise, this road would be in better shape. So, yeah, we're just going to keep on going, and hopefully we can get to the lake. We'll see how this. Oh my Jesus! Well, that was perfect. Yeah, I think we'll keep that in this video. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see if we can actually get to the lake. All right. So we just came in from that direction. This is the side road that kind of goes through the woods there to get to Gwen Lake. Some of the snow here was kind of getting a little bit tough in some of this deeper stuff here. So what I think I might need to do is air down quite a bit and then just see a little bit how I'm able to handle the deeper snow here, because I really don't want to go further and then end up in trouble there with the snow being a little bit too much for tire pressure I'm at right now, which is basically just street pressure. So yeah, I'm gonna air down and just do a little bit of practice driving, I guess, right here. See how the difference is in this deeper snow, because we did gain a little bit of elevation coming up here. So yeah, it's a lot snowier up here, and I don't think there's any real evidence of anyone coming up here recently. So yeah, we're gonna try that before I attempt to go further in there where I could get stuck a lot easier. So you can kind of see that one I've taken down to about 12 psi. So yeah, basically to do this, I just take this air filler piece from a compressor and I just keep on going, and then I have a little handheld tester there. I keep checking the pressure until I get down to what I want. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I think there's a special tool you can get that does this a lot faster, but I don't really care. I don't think it's very frequently that I'll be airing down the tires a lot, I think. So yeah, I mainly just want to get a little bit of practice in the snow doing this method. So yeah, I'm going to continue going until I've got all the tires down to, you know, about 12, and then I'll see how it does in the deep snow here. So initially, it seemed like it made a huge difference, and then I got myself stuck. I figured I was just going to try and do like a loop around or something like that, but apparently the snow was much deeper right there than I thought it was. So yeah, I'm going to have to grab the traction boards, put them on the rear end there, I think. And if I have to, I might have to start shoveling. This is why I also have a shovel with me. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself out of this now. Okay, that's where I was. And like, you can see, I was way in there. And I think what happened is I really got like high centered on the front diff and shit like that. So, sorry for swearing. So I had to shovel out quite a bit from underneath here. And then I threw the traction boards under the front wheels. I had the lockers on. And yeah, I managed to break my way out of there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a breather. That's probably the most hard work I've done in 20 years. So yeah, I think what I might do is still just practice how the traction feels along the road here, and not drive in an area where I have no idea how deep it is. So yeah, and then we'll see after all that if I feel like continuing driving down into the middle of the forest. Yeah. Status update. Things aren't going well. So yeah, it turns out like there's just so much snow here where you can't actually tell where the road properly is, and it's also pretty narrow. So unfortunately, I just got these tires hooked right into some deep snow there. So I'm gonna end up having to dig myself out again, and then I'm gonna have to find a way to just back up right around here, turn around, and then get the hell out of here. I don't think I'm gonna be back to this area until like all of this melts. So yeah. So yeah, this was the absolute mess that I was in. I tried to go forward to straighten out as much as I could, but then I was kind of losing it trying to get up there. This is a lot deeper than I thought it would be, because I think what we might have is like some real hard compacted snow right on the main road here, and then more soft snow on top of it. But then off to the sides, it just basically your wheels drop right off, and you're pretty much screwed. So I managed to just kind of hammer it in reverse, do like 100-point turn right where the turn to Gwen Lake is here, and yeah, managed to get out of here. And like, yeah, like my front wheel was kind of dipping in here, and it's still pretty deep, just right off. Like the road is like probably right here, and then boom, you're toast right there. So yeah, I managed to make it out. I'm going to get down to the bottom of this road, air out my tires again, hit the highway, and I don't know. I'm not too sure I'll be able to reach anywhere else in this video, but we'll take a look. And yeah, just as something for anyone who does off-roading alone like me, be prepared. The only reason I was able to get myself out of all of this crap is because I kind of knew what I needed in case I got in a situation like that. I have a reasonably sized shovel, like a snow shovel. I have my 2 traction boards. I have the winch on the front in case you know, I need to use that again. And I got like some winter clothing. I have all of my camping equipment. If I absolutely had to, I could have just camped, you know, right there. I got my sleeping bag and everything. So yeah, even though there actually is cell phone reception up here, I'm sure I could have gotten someone to hook onto my bumper and yank me out. But yeah, if you're wheeling alone like me, make damn sure that you can get yourself out of a bad situation. Otherwise, you're just an idiot. So, yeah. Well, the sun is setting. I pretty much don't want to be trying to do any more off-roading without any light. Right now, I took the Loon Lake exit off of the Okanagan connector, and I was trying to reach a spot I've covered before in a video where there's some old farmhouses and stuff. I found the turn I needed to. Lots of snow cover in there still, and yeah, it's all hard, crunchy snow, and as soon as I got on there, it was really bogging me down. And then I realized that I was going to be in too deep, so as I was turning around and heading back here, it really got some trouble trying to maintain speed. So I had to like engage the lockers and drop it in 4 low and just torque it through there. So yeah, I'm not going to be airing down my tires again and going through all of that and have no light to film anything. So yeah, I think this video is kind of like a, I don't know, a successful failure. I got to practice getting my ass out of a bad situation, well, multiple times actually. I think I was technically stuck a total of 3 times today. One was pretty minor. I just needed to use the traction boards to kind of get my wheels out of some deep snow, and then the other 2 were, you know, digging myself out. So I don't hate doing that. I think it's good practice to basically be able to save yourself in a situation like that. The main thing is, like, once you realize that you are stuck, you know, that kind of like anxiety kicks in because you're alone and you're in an area where no tow truck is going to come get you. So you have to get yourself out, or, you know, maybe pay someone to come up there and, you know, pull you out. So it's good practice, I think, for someone who wheels alone to be able to recover their rig, you know. So I think I still had fun today, despite not actually accomplishing much of anything in this video. So I don't know. Hope you enjoy it, and I will try to make better videos in the future. So see ya.